This time, we will see how we can complete the floor plan which last time we have worked out in 2D exercise. We have completed this floor plan with the same one which we are going to now this time work with the wall tool, and we will just see how quickly we can construct this only for the wall segments I am talking about. Later we'll add the column, beam, slab and door, windows, etc. So before you proceed further, you just have to remember a few things. For example, if I use the arrow tool and if I try to stay on the wall, you can see the wall, and if I click and select the wall, you can see that's a blue line which is getting highlighted. So this is known as a reference line for the wall. Okay, and as per your reference line location, uh, you can see the wall thickness is getting adjusted along with the that particular reference line. Uh, so if I just copy this wall, now you can use the Control Shift D, which you know very well now. And if you just copy the wall, so I'm just going to copy this maybe randomly at present because here we are not actually using this for some other reason. And if I just try to change this outside face, instead of that, if I use the inside face, you will should remember how the reference line stays at the same location. And if I try to copy the same wall further, and this time if you try to keep this to the center justified, in case you are willing to see this reference line for some reason on screen, there's one setting which you can operate for. Just make sure this is only for display purpose. So if you go inside the pull down menu view, on screen view options, all the options which are mentioned over here, only they are meant for viewing on screen. They will not affect for your prints or any other such output. So here is one setting which I was trying to talk about, is a wall and beam reference line, which you can toggle for on off. So right now it is switched off. So you just click and try to on this setting, and you'll see your reference vector or the reference line for the wall segment is getting displayed. Now remember, this direction of the vector shows from where, how you have placed this wall, from which point to where it goes. And here it is supposed to be three conditions which you have considered right now. Now, the next part which I was trying to explain was how we can see these objects in 3D, especially for their inside and outside surface. I'm just going to slightly toggle these objects, or I'm just going to slightly place them away from each other. So in my 3D window, if I travel, I can see these all the three walls as a separate elements. Now what you can do is, even you can select the object in 3D and just try to go inside the settings. Inside the settings, you can check out there's a model group. In the model group, if you see that override surface is one particular what you can see option which is available, and all the surfaces right now are looking same. That means my wall, for its inside appearance, outside appearance, or on the edges, everywhere it is appearing the same at present. So you can override these surfaces, but then you have to press this button, that is outside surface face is the first button. So if I press this, you can see one surface is activated over here, which says that stucco yellow rough. So if you click over here, you will see that there is one available, this surface library is open in front of you, and you can select the required surface. In future, you will decide how, or you will learn how you can actually design new surface as per your choice, or you can borrow that from the library, existing library, I can say. But at present, you can just select one which is by default. I'll keep this as it is, as a yellow rough surface. Then there's another option which was supposed to be inside surface. So I'm going to activate this also. And this was supposed to be stucco white rough. So there's a difference of the two colors. One is supposed to be slightly orange color, and other was a white color. Now, if in case you want to apply this with some paint also, you can definitely select any paint that suits to your current requirement. So maybe if I'm just trying to use some kind of see pale this jade color or some any different color, just shade to identify that on screen. Now, when I say okay, remember the edges are not getting affected for the wall, only the outside face and the inside face. If I say okay, you will see now the wall for its appearance, especially on the outer side face, how it is working, and for its inside face. Okay, so this is how I can now actually isolate the inside and outside face visually on screen. Now, if in case you want to apply the same setting for these two walls also, remember I'm not using anywhere pick parameters and inject parameters logic yet, which is available at the top. I'm not doing that because that will even affect for my reference lines and everything, which I'm not interested to do at present. So instead of that, I'm just going to go and click on the setting, and inside this wall selection settings, you can see that again in the model group, I'll override its outside and its inside face. For the inside face, I'm just going to place the same color that is which I have used earlier, and I'm just going to say okay, and you will see that how it works again. That means altogether the same orientation for the outside and inside face, no changes. Only thing, the reference lines are not at the same location. This was something center justified. This is on the outer face and this is in the inside. So you can check out the location of the wall, the appearance wise, the wall is looking same. Only the reference line location was actually getting varied in all the three conditions. So I hope now you have little bit got at least familiar, or you got the little bit of awareness about this reference line relation with respect to wall. Of course, now you should remember, if I select this wall and if I try to flip this, you will see how it is working now. That is nothing but when I flip it, my inside face is now projected on the outside, and vice versa. So this is what again you should remember at the time of your designing, and it's not hard and fast that immediately you have to work on that from the first the beginning level. Later also you can modify and make it suitable for your comfort or your design output, or maybe for the appearance wise I can see. So back to floor plan, and now as we have decided that we will be working for this floor plan, and the outdoor dimension was noted as 12 meter by 13070, so 13.07 meter. Okay, so this entire thing we are going to construct, and we'll keep on coming here again and again just to refer that now this is 4500 as a clear distance, then 5 meter was the another distance, 3150 was the next distance, and so on. So just try to remember a few of them, or otherwise we'll definitely log back over here. And before I proceed, I'm just going to remove few of the things because they are of no use now. And my reference line, I'll keep it for a while on for your comfort. Later we'll turn it off. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you how I can make this wall length as required length. For example, when I select this with the arrow tool, you can see all selected one is written. And now on the blue line, if I keep my mouse, you can see a thicker Mercedes cursor. You can see my upside down Y-shaped cursor is a thicker one. On other side, it is a thinner one. Remember, the thinner Mercedes cursor will give you the less options in the pet palette, while on the thicker side you will get the maximum options in the pet palette. You know it very well how we have edited the line segments. On the logic of the same, if I click on the end node of this, what you can say wall, you will see that there are in the pet palette the standard commands like drag, rotate, move, mirror, or you can elevate or multiply. All these are the standard tools, and the lengthen is that is a stretch or lengthen is the one which is by default it is active tool. So this option is now activated, and if you check out, I can change the direction and length of the segment as per my choice. So this time I'm just going to show you how I can make this wall length instead of 4500 or 5 meter. I just want to make it as a exactly say 12 meter. So what you can do is you just try to make sure your mouse you have exactly placed, or it is gliding on the exact zero direction, which is very much important. Don't take a chance for this, and type a total new length which you were expecting for the same segment. Remember, it's a final length, not additional or what you can say difference, nothing like that. You're just going to type the required length, because I'm expecting that same segment should be of total length of so and so distance or value, and the angle, that is the orientation of the wall. So I'm not changing the orientation of the wall, I'm just changing the length of the wall. So now my wall length has become 12 meter. If I just use M from the keyboard, and if I check this, you will realize how it is working. Okay, it is 12 meters exactly. Anyway, now it's time to construct the vertical segment, which is 13.07 meter. Now you will see, how can I do that? Should I construct a new segment? I will see, if you want you can construct a new segment, but I am not going to do that. Instead of that, I'll show you two possibilities. One is supposed to be using the rotate tool, but in a copy mode. So if you put Control E for the rotate, and if you hit Control key once, or otherwise Control Shift E to rotate a copy directly, and then if you read the prompt, it is written enter rotation center point. So I'm going to give the center point for the rotation, then the start angle. So this becomes my start angle, and if I start rotating, and if I come to this 90 degree as my orientation, remember, now be careful, I'm trying to show you something which is probably you're going to do a sort of a mistake. The reason behind this, that if I complete this segment right now, what happens, my reference line and the orientation of the wall, remember, see how the reference line and the orientation. So my reference line is supposed to be on the inside face, okay, after rotation, and the so my outside, at present this wall was how outside face and the reference line were flush with each other, and here now my outside face is actually coming in inside the structure. So if I go back to the 3D window, you will see how this is working for you. Okay, so this is not actually recommended. Then what should I do in case if I need a vertical segment, or should I use a flip for this? You can, but rotate and flip, why you are wasting the time? Instead of that, I'll use Control Z, one step back, and I'll use Control Shift M, that is mirror a copy. Okay, so mirror is the tool which we are using, but in a copy mode. And now what I'm going to do, if you read, it is written enter first point of mirroring axis. So my mirroring axis, I'm going to keep it on the node. And if I drag my mouse to the 45 degree, remember, my mouse should go on the 45 degree side. So moment I capture the 45 degree, so now I'm just going to pick one point, because angle is very important, direction which is very important, not the distance. So moment I complete this by picking the point, if you read the prompt, it is written complete mirror axis. So if you read complete mirroring axis, so I'm just going to complete this, and moment I click over here, you will see this time you are not done the mistake, because if you deselect the object, both the wall shows the reference lines exactly on the outer face. So they are outside face and everything. So if I press F3 from the keyboard, I'll shift to the 3D window. Don't worry about this end surface, how to complete this, I'll surely explain that also. So don't worry about that at present. So I'm just going to go and go back to the floor plan by pressing F2, that is 2D window. 2D floor plan display. Now the length of this wall you are going to make. So again, clicking on the end node and activating the pet palette. In the pet palette, the same stretch option is by default, and I am just going to drag my mouse on the same axis. Don't worry, even if you keep your mouse on the lower side, it's okay, because you are not using a shift and D, you are just typing the direct new distance. So 13070 is the distance which you are expecting. Okay, and now I'm going to select this wall, and I'm going to put again Control Shift M, that is mirror a copy. Of course, remember the same topic, you can, I'll just give a one escape. Even I can use this context menu, and in the context menu from the move group, you can use this option known as a see mirror a copy. Okay, so that's also possible. And now if you just touch to the midpoint of this, now because you were using the snap guide and snap point with a half and between nodes, these are the all the options. You just please check, and then I'm going to touch to this object and it's half. Okay, you can see the nodes are getting highlighted and half of that. So moment I pick this point, and if I just again go and try to drag exactly on the 0 degree side. Okay, always remember, get the confirmation by dragging your mouse, and your mouse should show that correct direction and the angle in your this what you can say tracker also. So moment I complete this, now you can see now even my other side is also completed. Now how about this? Same way I can just use again Control Shift M, and I'll just touch over here and I'm just going to complete this also. So I can use even just check mark or guide over there and just complete this. So you can see now if I switch back, your out to out rectangle was completed. Now you will be definitely having this thing in your mind. What about this in corner? Like why they are so unfinished? How can I actually make them comfortable for my uh, correct presentation? What you can do, you can select all these walls. How to select them? Another simple method. Now we are working in directly in 3D, so it's possible. Just go inside the wall tool and just try to put Control A. Make sure default setting. I am not selected anything. I am there inside the wall tool, and I'm going to directly say Control A because at present in my project hardly there are only 4 walls which I am willing to edit. So this has to be handled as per the need, because if you say wall and Control A, then all the walls at present in available in the 3D will get selected. Same thing if I do it in the floor plan, then as per that, what are the number of walls available will get selected. How to filter out them, that we'll see later. That means only particular height or thickness wall and so on. So I'll press Control A. Moment I press Control A, select all. You can see selected 4 editable 4. That means I have selected all the 4 walls in a one go. Now what exactly my target is to finish these 8 corners. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click again in the settings dialog, and here in the same model rollout, if you check out, there is one option known as a end surfaces override using adjoining walls. So I'm going to use on, or I'm going to place the check mark to activate this as on. And when I say OK for this, you will see that all your corners which used to be unfinished earlier, now they are finished and looking quite appropriate the way we are expecting. Okay, so this you have to make sure that you should try to use such settings and improve your presentation or drafting also. Now back to floor plan by pressing F2, and now the next task, for example, back to a arrow tool, and I'm going to select this wall, and this wall I want to copy by distance of say 5 meter, because if you just remember, our living room was having a clear inner distance as a 5 meter and 4005 meter on its x-axis and y-axis you can see, and the next distance is 3150. So first of all I'll target this 5 meter and 3150. So I have already selected this. Now if I put Control Shift D, and then if I drag my mouse and if I start dragging this and take it further, and remember the distance which I'll type this time should be inclusive of wall thickness. So I cannot type just 5000 because that will create a mistake. If you want to check that, just check out. If I put 5000 and enter, you will see that the inner clear distance is not supposed to be 5 meter. It is less than that with the that wall thickness is deducted. So if I just touch over here, then it is correct. Then you will say, okay, why not to flip it or something? No, it's better like either you move this now by 230 ahead, or otherwise while giving the correct for this your drag command itself, that is drag a copy Control Shift T, and you should try to use the actual option of what we can say as a wall thickness, the clear distance plus wall thickness. So it is 5230. Once I complete this, now if you check M and with the keyboard, and if you just check out, this is what we have achieved. Okay, now same way, I'll just try to select this and I'll put Control Shift D, and then if 4500 plus 230, which you have to do. For example, if you're not comfortable with such additions and everything, you can first of all at least place it with the required known distance, and again then you can move it ahead with the required wall thickness. So even that is okay. So it's absolutely depends on your convenience. So it is not something that you should always add on your own everything, and you can just take the what you can say easiest option which strikes to your mind and proceed further. Now, how about the appearance of these two walls? So if you just check out again, these two walls are showing the external face surface itself as an inside. So, and if they are somehow, if in case they are not what you can say, partly they are for the inside surface and partly outside surface. So even we are going to talk about that. So at present, I am not going to immediately change their appearance. Now remember here, 3150 is my next target, and then obviously the remaining will be 4 meter as it is mentioned. And in a vertical option, the 3 meter was my another target over here for the designing the lobby. So back to floor plan, and this one was supposed to be Control Shift D, and either you add the wall thickness from the beginning, or 3150 is your first option, and then again Control D, and you're just going to pick from one end to end with a check mark as a 230, and work is done. Okay, now if you check the remaining distance, it has to be exact 4 meters. So if I touch over here with the measure tool I have checked, it is exact 4 meter. So now my one side is almost completed. Now the other side is nothing but this wall. Again, I'm going to copy with the 3 meter as a clear gap, and this time it was easier to type that as a 3230. Okay, so now you can check out how it goes. And now if in case you want to trim down this wall, how can I do that? Now again, it's a very simple thing. If I am not interested to maintain this wall for the full length, because if you check out the floor plan, here it is supposed to be, this wall is getting terminated over here also, and other side is supposed to be 2690. So this wall itself is coming down with the 2690. So I'm going to select this wall, and I'm going to put Control Shift T again, and I'm just going to take this down with the 2960, and again 230 I have to take it down. Remember, I am not flipping anywhere at present, because if you try to flip it, it's also okay, but then you have to be careful about the orientations. You have to remember that's solely your comfort. I'm not going to say that it's going to be wrong or something. You can. Now, how about to remove these segments? Either you can use the control key, that is trim. You can just check out. If I hold down the control key, I get the scissor tool, which you know very well, and I can just keep on trimming this. Fine, so I can just start trimming these segments which are of no use for me. Okay, so every time if I hit the control, or otherwise there's one more possibility. I can just select, and now I want to change the length of this wall. So I can just select this wall, I can click on the end node of this wall, and then I will get the same peg palette with a stretch option, and I'm just going to keep on coming down, and I'm just going to check about the see, make sure now my target has to be always to intersect with the reference lines, okay, not with the other side. So I'm just going to click on the required location with the reference line. So you can see I have altogether changed the length of the line. Now here my reference vector, you can see how it is actually affected. Everywhere, maybe that even this also, some part is supposed to be internal, external. So we are going to edit this in the coming part. But first of all, let us complete this, and then we'll see how we can edit this also for the right or the correct orientation. Because these reference line orientation is also very important. As I mentioned, that you can keep on editing this as per your comfort and as per your need in the coming sessions. Not every time you have to be particular from day one. If you can, it's well and good. Otherwise, don't worry about that. Don't take much tensions about that. Okay, anyway, now our target is to place now this toilet block also. So my toilet block is 2 meter wide, and there's a 2570 is supposed to be its so width and length. Okay, or 1200 was my passage. So either of that I'm going to work for. So I'm just going to complete this again by putting Control Shift D, and this time I'll put 2230, and this I'll try to put Control Shift D again, and this time I'll just make sure that you are using the correct locations, and just click on the right, give the right distance. So 1430, and now if I want to trim down, or otherwise I can click on the node also, I can do this kind of a business, or I can hold the control key. It's absolutely on your end. Now, instead of trimming every time with the several clicks, it's better I should try to click over here, and directly I can just come up to this level. Remember, you're not supposed to generate any opening which is trying to lead for a passage or a door or window. You're not supposed to. You have to keep the walls going through and through, because later when we use the your door tool and window tool, you will realize that the punctures will get created. Okay, so now you have done with the required exercise at the base level, I can say. So this is how your structure is now almost getting constructed. See how fast we have done this. So living room, dining, kitchen, bedroom, toilet, entrance area, staircase block. So everything we have just completed so quickly by using this. Obviously, the next task is going to be how to actually keep these walls in a right order. That means this part of the entrance wall and this side, they should be for the external face, inside face, then and so on. So we are going to break these walls, and we are going to see the correct placement of these walls also. Right. So till that, you please complete this much of part, and then proceed for the next part.